Aloha and welcome to December, everyone. E alae, e alae, e alae, e alae. Kalai kahikina, e kamoana hohonu. Pi'i kaleva nu'u, I kahikina, ayakala. Ealae! Awake, everyone. And now we're going to ask Patrick to chime the golden crystal bowl. Again, welcome everyone to the Honolulu Church of Light, where we believe that you heal yourself, you heal the world. And so, as we pray, we call upon Master KIRAEL and the Creator Force. We call upon Master Kahu. We call upon the Goddess Lights. And we call upon all our guides to celebrate this Christmas season. May the light of Christ's consciousness actually surround our planet with love and bring us to a remembrance of what this season really means. And so our hearts fully engaged, let's send compassion and love to our world. This or something better for the good of all, so it is. It is done. A ma ma ua noa. Our prayer is freed. And now we're going to bring upon our goddess sister, Susanna, who's going to tell us about how to keep magic in our lives with magic moments. Susanna.
Aloha. I'm honored to share my moments, and it's been many moments of inspiration as I was home for a couple of weeks recuperating from the COVID experience. Much time to reflect as I was also focusing on what to be grateful for during this month of November. And as I was home, lots of thoughts came. Lots of moments of inspiration, lots of sadness, which then reminded me of there's sadness, there's feelings of grief, there's feelings of loss, and that's because there's so much love. And one of the people that I thought of many times was Fred Sterling. Fred Sterling, the human that I met when I was 20 years old. Many, many years ago. And I used the term human person because that's who I was introduced to. Here was this Caucasian guy that my sister Patty brought home. And the wonderful thing about this human being was, here's this Caucasian guy, light skinned, and he came into a family of Filipinos. And with the family of Filipinos, you learn about the Filipino culture and the patience he had to be inundated with all these Filipino people and then to smile through it all when he was confused. So that's a human being that I saw, my experience of him. And he entered into our family, and then their son Rick came along, and I saw another part of his humanness, that of the father. And it was interesting because to see him in a different light, not just a business person, not just my sister's husband, and the compassion he had being with his son. Then after that, when my father passed away, a different side of his humanness came. And that was the love and support that he not just gave Patty, his wife, but my mom and my sisters and I, that he kind of stepped in and was there in his human form, giving us whatever support he could. And the one thing that stood out was the day before my father passed, we were told that his time was soon to leave the earth plane. And I saw Fred, the human being, with my father, and there was this bright light that surrounded them. And this was something so different that I had never experienced before. And my father couldn't talk anymore, but there was this communication, eye-to-eye communication. And Fred would nod his head, and my dad would make some motion, and each time my dad tried to speak, Fred nodded his head, and that was such a special experience. And then I realized that there's something about this man that he showed himself. And as I was reflecting, this is Fred, the human being, who is showing his spiritual side. And little did I know what he would become in his choice of career. And the other parts of it was that he would share his wisdom with me. And he would share things to help me sort things out during that challenging time of how to balance family commitments with work and other commitments. So that to me was special because I felt like I had a brother, and that was a good feeling. And one of the other things that stood out in my mind was I was bringing home this hippie-looking guy with long hair, as introduced him as my boyfriend, and which everybody kind of wondered, why is she bringing him home? And Fred took me aside and he said, he's a good man. And that was so special for him to say that. Those are the kinds of things that I labeled while I was at home recuperating. This is Fred the human. And as I had all these memories and all the things like, his appreciation for my mom's cooking on Friday nights, his appreciation for thank you, Ma, for watching Rick, and then his appreciations for when the nephews came along, that he would be so tired on Friday nights that all he wanted to do was sit on the couch. But lo and behold, the nephews and his son said, no, Uncle Fred is here, Dad's here, and they would wrestle and tussle. And sometimes it would last only for about 10, 15 minutes, and that was done. Then they knew, okay, Uncle Fred, leave Uncle Fred alone, let him rest. And those are special things that when Fred passed, that's one of the things that the nephews, my son, mentioned that, he used to wrestle with us. And he saw, and along the way, as I had all these memories, I realized those were the spiritual side of him that was coming out. And the term, here's a human being living his spiritual experience. Like when I had a hard time deciding what my career was going to be, he just looked in my eyes and said, where would you feel you would be of most service? He didn't tell me what to do. That's all he said. And one of the funny stories was, as he was the manager, supervisor at the car lot, Peter would come home. Peter was one of his utility person. Peter would come home. Boy, he's so charismatic. When you listen to him, everybody respects him and listens. They don't listen to the other supervisors. They listen to him. And Fred said to me, I'm the only person in this island that has college graduate lot boys. So here are these 4 college graduates that decided, I'm going to make a change in my career. I'm going to work for this man because I really respect this man. So those were some of the things that came up. And again, this is the human behavior I saw. But behind that all was a spirit, the spirit of compassion, seeing the good in people, making suggestions as needed, and telling my son when he was learning how to play the ukulele, said, you know what, you can come and play music for our church. And my son said, Mom, Uncle said I can play music. I said, do you want to? He goes, yeah. So that was an experience he carried in his heart, that Uncle saw that gift in him, that he made the suggestion. And that is the thing that's amazing about Kahu's spirit, is that he saw into the hearts of people. He wouldn't say much, he wouldn't lecture, but he would suggest, and he left people with the choice. Oh, I can make this choice or I can make this choice. And it all led to the fact that he was speaking to our spirit. His spirit was speaking to our spirit. So we can have the most wonderful human experience. So my closing message is, as Kahu had showed me, is how do I look at another human being with all my judgments and all their judgments of me, and how do I see the spirit in each of them? So that is my message to you, as I got the message from Kahu. So see the light and the spirit in each person, and have a wonderful, wonderful daily experience. Oh, and now I call upon Patty Athena Sterling to come forth with a healing message.
Wow, Susanna, thank you so much for that. Yes, he did have that light even from very on, you know. As I reflect, since he's been off the earth plane, his physical body, but not his spirit, I've been reflecting on, wow, he was such a, even since I met him, you know. When we first met at Tripler Army Hospital, I mean, he knew that I was his partner in this lifetime. And here I was just rejecting him, you know. But 55 years I've been with him, and yeah. And as I look back, Susanna, to really, he did show his magic, even before he came out and said, hey, I'm a medium, and I'm going to write this book, and I'm going to create a church. He did show it, and he did show it through the eyes, and oh, it's just awesome. And when my sister died, Juliet, about 2-3 years ago, he was there, communicating with his eyes. It's like it was like, to me, as I look back, he was helping her in the birthing process and back to the other side. It was beautiful to see. And that before he said, oh, it's time to leave, I saw this blue light come from his eyes into my sister's eyes. And then the exchange of this blue light just was between him and her, and it was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. But he's still with us. Susanna, he doesn't have a physical form. You saw him when you met him when he was 20, and then you saw his evolution, and now we're experiencing his evolution. He is still with us. He might not have a body, but he sure is, his particle light is making a difference in the world. And he and Master KIRAEL continues his mission, their mission, to bring forth the goddess onto this planet. So my legacy for Kahu and KIRAEL, I know, is the goddess mission that they have brought forth. He introduced the goddess light one step at a time. If you've been with Kahu, if you've known Kahu from the very beginning, it was all about bringing the goddess back onto this earth plane. So it's my pleasure, and I want to thank you to all of you for joining us today, as together we accelerate our conscious awareness in oneness of heart to heal and celebrate our amazing human experience, to experience our healing lights. No matter where you are on the planet Earth, please feel the healing powers of the Christ light generated by a collective consciousness of our community of healers who strongly and passionately believe in the power of healing prayers and long-distance healing. So together, let us heal the self and heal the world. And so here, the healing message today: you are the Ascension of the Creator. And it's a perfect message to start the month of December. A healing message for world peace by Kahu Fred Sterling. Nonviolent peace is a consciousness. It must truly be wanted more than its alternative. Beginning with our own hearts, I choose to heal learned prejudices that have been I choose to heal learned prejudices that have been perpetuated by those with alternative agendas. To choose to heal all levels of awareness, and in that, I pray that my journey is appealing enough to spread around the world. And Kahu Fred Sterling, you did just that. And now a message from KIRAEL. It says, in the final chapter of The Great Shift, KIRAEL the Great Shift, this excerpt was from chapter 9. I talked about something that you've read all the way through this book. This isn't one of the books where you get the last chapter to know the glory of it. This is one of the works where you utilize every particle of every word for ascension. My friends, it is the awakening of every cell in your body. I never thought about ascension being that way. Ascension is the awakening of every cell in your body. And Christmas, let's take advantage of it this Christmas. And when you wake up one day and you say, my God, it is the particle-zation of manifestation, and you never slow down from that day forward. Ascension means that you recognize who you are now, and you begin the evolutionary ascension to the full flavor of being a human incarnate. Wow, that's awesome. You never again look at yourself as, poor me, why would I come to a place like this? Ascension means you are ready to fully connect in love to love, that the oneness within becomes the purity of your guidance. Wow. Did you get that? Ascension means that you are ready to fully connect in love to love, that the oneness within becomes the purity of your guidance. Whew. You'll never struggle until you decide it's time to struggle. And even then, after you read about ascension, you'll know that the part you thought was a struggle is nothing more than an opportunity to fill a space that the Creator wants to re-experience, and you will look at that and you will be so honored and so thrilled. You know, the coming year 2025, we get to know about Ascension. Yeah, because it's a year of completion, and boy, they're going to come up, and you got to look at the things that you need to complete, and just do it already, you know. And so, Master KIRAEL, Ascension, I've gone to say, Ascension, you would want to see what it looks like. Stand up from this book and go look into the mirror and say, and know that you are the ascension of the Creator. You are the ascension of the Creator. You've come here, we've gone through it, my friends. Lifetime after lifetime, you've done it. And you've been chosen to raise the vibration of a beautiful being called planet Earth. You've been told to create her in your heart. And you've been guided to lift her spirit. And you've been shown to look up at Father Sky and to watch them merge into the unification of love that can only be created from the love of creation itself. Whew. And then you will know that what Ascension is. Ascension is the awakening of the great shift in consciousness. Wow. To read more, please look into the book, The Great Shift, KIRAEL, The Great Shift, Chapter 9, Ascension. And I would really, really recommend, if you don't have the book, KIRAEL, The Great Shift, read that chapter, and then you will learn more, so much more about yourself and how you're ascending. No matter if you're suffering, you are ascending, because what you take away from that suffering is the lessons that will cause an ascension for yourself. The book is available at signatureselfhealing.com. Anyway, and before I bring Karina up to help you with another tool to ascend yourself into higher state of awareness in a accelerated fashion, I want to read this. Another quote from Kahu Fred Sterling. He said that if we focus on our breath, we'll be cognizant of the space between each breath, the quarter of a second or less, when we are not breathing and the world of transformation awaits. And in this space that the miracles happen. You know, when we had this on quote, we quoted this saying for the celebration of Kahu Fred Sterling's life. And ever since then, I'm trying to understand what this means to me. And you know what? It was hard in the beginning, it was hard for me to understand, but slowly I recite this quote from Kahu Fred Sterling 3 times a day. And you know, I can see the miracles happening in my life. Some of them is mini, some of them is large, but we have to learn now, especially for the next coming year, because I remember Master KIRAEL saying, 2025 is the year a new phase of the great shift will happen. So it's happening for me. If you have the cold or flu or the COVID, put yourself down, relax, and just take in the new splinter, because the flus and the colds and the COVID, those are the signs of you saying, the body telling you, sit down and rest and bring in the new energy. So don't curse your colds or the flu. Accept them, because they will bring a new awareness to you for the coming year. And this 2025, a year of completion. So we together come together. We are the community that believes in all of this, and we support you, and as well as you support us. So Karina, please come and take the new, the 5 breath self-healing meditation to new levels of awareness.
Thank you so much. Aloha, everyone. And welcome to the first Sunday in Advent. For those of you who know about that, we got Santa Claus here today. We got healing. We got December. We got the end of the 8-year going into the 9-year, 2025. It's going to be, like Patty said, a dynamic, fabulous new year. I'm going to talk a little bit about that next Saturday on the free webinar, Heart to Spirit Connections. But I want to relate to you a little something that happened to me last week. Last week was Thanksgiving, right, over here in the United States. And I finished up an exercise class, just a few people in there, and the day before Thanksgiving, right? And the instructor said at the end of the class, okay, class is done, I now release you to the chaos. And I instinctively said, maybe a little too loudly, but to myself kind of, I said, what chaos? I don't have chaos. And everybody just kind of looked at me, and I realized that what I know from Kahu Fred Sterling and Master Guide KIRAEL is so ingrained in me, not ingrained, ingratiated in me. is part of who I am, is part of my beingness. And that's why I brought this book up here, because clarity is the fourth principle in the 10 principles of consciously creating. And when we live in clarity, first you got to have the truth, trust, and passion, which are the first 3. And then you come to the fourth, which is clarity. Then you know that chaos cannot exist in clarity. So if you're living in clarity, and you can get the book, you can get the recordings at signaturecellhealing.com. There's all kinds of helpful tools. There's meditations. We play one at the end of the service every week, every time we're here. The 10 principles is a very integral part of signature cell healing. And it's the way we, especially as goddesses, we live our lives in the 10 principles. So, everybody was a little taken aback by my comment, because I suddenly realized, well, there's people that, that I'm in contact with when I go out and do things that don't know about the 10 principles. But hey, you do now, so don't go into chaos at this time of the year, because I'm telling you, when I got in my car afterwards, to take a very short drive home, I saw something of what she might have been talking about, because there were people in their cars, there were pedestrians all trying to get to the stores to get their final Thanksgiving shopping in, or whatever they were doing. But I think a lot of that is self-imposed, that we put that upon ourselves. And if we would just breathe, we would understand the magic between the inhale and the exhale, the part of the journey that gives us peace. And that's where we find the healing. And Patty was talking about that magical space. So you have 25 opportunities in the 5-breath self-healing meditation to understand that magical space between the inhale and the exhale. And I suggest, I'm doing it 3 times a day. We're doing it 3 times a day here. So why don't you try, especially make it an Advent thing, right? The 4 Sundays in Advent. This is the first one. So, through the Advent season into the new year, make it a commitment to yourself that you're going to try to do the 5-breath self-healing meditation 3 times a day. Give yourself a break from the chaos and create clarity and peace in your life. So that's that. And then this is if you don't know about the 5-breath self-healing meditation, this is the ebook. And there's also a video tutorial on signaturecellhealing.com that you can have. But it's all about these golden particles of the Creator's light that we're imagining above the crown chakra when we begin. And with each breath through your nose, you're drawing in the golden particles, bringing it through the pineal gland in the center of your head, where we have the blueprint for our lives now and for all other lifetimes that we've had. We're activating that. And there you can come to that evolutionary ascension that we all came here to find. And so then that comes through as white light now into your heart chakra. You weave the 4 bodies together, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And then you exhale that white light up your shoulders and down your arms and out your palms and into the part of the body where you're healing. So we're going to start at the crown. So everybody put your right palm on top and the left palm on top of that, on the crown chakra, and take 5 deep breaths. And just feel that space between the inhale and the exhale. And allow the light to come into your head and just light up all the neurons. Keep breathing and take another breath and send it into the frontal lobes where you have that visionary process of moving forward from where we are right now. And then the next breath lights up the memory centers in the midbrain. Send another breath back to the hindbrain where you have the fight, flight, or freeze, or what we call chaos. And just breathe light into that area. And a final breath here, deep breath, to just light up all the neurons again in your brain. And feel the balance, release the tension and the stress. And then you go to the next hand placement when you're ready, and that's at your eyes with the middle and the index fingers on your closed eyelids. Gently breathe in again 5 times. Exhale through your fingertips and allow the light to light up your whole eye socket. And keep breathing and let the light go over the cones and the rods in the retina and just light up the retina. Keep breathing and send the light over the retina and back to the optic nerve to strengthen the optic nerve. And now another breath over the optic nerve to the very powerful vagus nerve in the back of your head, and just let the light go all the way down the vagus nerve. One more breath here. Light up the whole eye socket and back to the vagus nerve. Let the light go down the vagus nerve, touching all the organs in every part of your body and the nervous system. It's so powerful. And when you're complete at your eyes, you can go to the heart muscle a little bit on the left side of your chest with the thumbs pointing up. 5 deep breaths. And just feel the light permeating your heart muscle and that beautiful beating heart that connects us to Mother Earth. So light up your heart. Let the light with the next breath go up through your thumbs to the thyroid. And take another breath through your heart and then up to the thymus and into your lungs. And another breath now through your palms. Now light up the whole lymphatic system of your body. And another breath, send the light through your palms and light up both breasts. So you have this light permeating your whole upper body. And when you're complete there, you can go to the next hand placement at your stomach. Put your right palm down, left palm on top. 5 deep breaths. And just now feel the relaxation of that light going into your stomach and releasing any tension, anything built up from, say, Thanksgiving or family gatherings. Breathe through your stomach and send the light into the liver and the pancreas, allowing for good digestion Another breath through the stomach back to your kidneys. Release any fear or any tension or anger. Another deep breath through your stomach into the gallbladder and the spleen. And now one more deep breath here and send the light into your small intestines to activate the digestive tract. And when you're complete there, go to the lower chakra, the second chakra, right above the pubic area. 5 deep breaths. Now just light up this whole lower body area where we have so many important systems of our body. Breathe through here and let the light go into the digestive tract all the way through the colon. Light up the colon, feel the light going all the way through. Take another deep breath. Send the light through your palms and into the reproductive organs. So that's into the prostate for the men and into the uterus, the ovaries, the cervix for the women. Another deep breath. Now light up the urinary tract and the bladder. And just feel this light circulating with one more deep breath to light up your whole 5-breath self-healing meditation. Bring the light into a column of light because you're expanded now into this beautiful bubble of healing light. If you'd like to learn more about the 5-breath self-healing meditation, please visit signaturecellhealing.com and keep watch out. You could sign up for updates at Signature Cell Healing. Look for new workshops online coming up in 2025. So I hope to see you there. Mahalo, everyone. Next in our healing part of our service is my goddess sister Joanne of the Blue Goddess Light, and she's going to bring forth the codes that we can use in our healing journey. Mahalo.
Thank you, Corinna. Sorry, masking. Anyway, welcome and thank you for joining us today. And I would like to touch on the ascension on our missive, that you are the ascension of the Creator. And what Patty mentioned is that this ascension means that when it means that we become oneness with the purity of our guidance, which I thought that was quite powerful because we do look for guidance in our daily lives, and we do struggle with navigating through our life and clarity with decision making, and then also ascension is the awakening to the great shift in consciousness. So when we talk about ascension, we can hear our inner guidance. We can hear our guidance that will help us navigate through our life. And it also can help us to gain clarity when we want to make decisions. And I speak from experience because I go through all of the process of the humanness that we are, which I'm sure all of us are daily. So we always want help, we always seek for help and along with prayers of help, asking for help. We have our 5-breath self-healing meditation. We have the tools here that will help you, and we have the codes. So today I wanted to also talk about the pineal gland. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Is that right? Pineal gland. It's a little acorn shape in our head that sits in the center of our head. I'll show you a photo. That's where it is in our head. So we're going to focus on healing this today.
and along with our thymus and our eternal love code. So remember this, because this is where we're going to, after we put our thymus in the code in our gland, thymus gland, and the eternal love code in our heart, we're going to come back to our pineal gland to heal this. And the reason why I speak of this is I want to share with you about the pineal gland. So through our lives, we have things that we use in our daily life, like toothpaste. So when we brush our teeth, there's fluoride. When we drink water, there's fluoride. And fluoride is known to calcify around your pineal gland, which blocks the ability for your pineal gland to help us through life. So also, what I found very interesting is that when it's calcified, it's related to Alzheimer's disease, some migraines, and the women organs are organs that we have for our cycles of life that we women go through. Probably men have your own cycle of life too. And so anyway, it also regulates our body temperature. So when we get older or we get hot flashes, or even when we finish with our hot flashes, our body temperature sometimes will go up where you get really hot, and when you get really hot, then you want to cool yourself down, but there's another way to work with your pineal gland to help your body to regulate your body temperature. And also, what I found very interesting is that the pineal gland can also, the block of the flow can also affect your cerebral spinal fluid, which is the fluid that surrounds and protects the brain. And it increases the pressure when the fluid builds up. It increases pressure in your brain. And so this can cause a lot of migraines, and it can be a start of a serious condition. So when you experience migraines all the time, you do want to get that checked. And once you get your results, then we know what to work with when we come back to do our self-healing. So we'll start with that knowledge. We'll start with our meditation, and then we'll go to healing and clearing our pineal gland. So this is our thymus code. Whoops. Right here, our thymus code that we're going to place in our thymus gland. Then this is the eternal love code that we are going to place in our hearts. So as we start breathing, inhaling and exhaling, we're going to go through the meditation. I want you to do these 2 steps. Place the thymus code in the thymus gland and the eternal love code in your heart. So please join me. Close your eyes. Take deep breaths in. As you breathe in the deep breath, inhaling and exhaling, breathing in the light from the Creator, the bright light, because our light and our breath plays a major part in our self-healing. So keep breathing in deeply as you place the codes where I mentioned the thymus code in your thymus gland and the eternal love in your heart. And breathe in deeply, inhaling and exhaling, bringing the light in to your whole body, your brain, through the whole entire brain area, down through your heart, down through your midsection, lighting up all the cells along the way, down your legs and back up. Because when you light every single cell in your body, you help to clear it from any kind of irregularities, any kind of fogginess, any kind of imbalance. So keep breathing in deeply, inhaling and exhaling. And as you keep doing that, inhaling and exhaling, filling up your body with the light, then I want you to bring your focus and continue breathing in as you bring the focus to your pineal gland. So when you bring your focus to the pineal gland and you're inhaling and exhaling the light, you want to light up that pineal gland. And as you light up that pineal gland, you're helping to, each breath, dissolve the calcified calcium that is surrounding your pineal gland. And whatever it is that is building around your pineal gland. So keep inhaling and exhaling the light. And we want to really, really help our body to be able to self-heal and awaken all of that inner knowing that we have. The pineal gland, once it's cleared, it really opens up your connection to your guidance. It opens up your connection to the powers above, to all of our guidance above. And it helped your third eye to be able to be seeing with more clarity. So your third eye will be a tremendous help in your life. Every decision that you come across as you keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling, lighting up your pineal gland, the intention to help to heal it and clear it, your decision making will become much easier. Which road and path to take when you come across the two paths that you don't know which way to go. All of a sudden it'll be much clearer which way for you to go, and the decision to go there and take that path is going to be so much easier, because all of your fears will also dissipate along with healing your pineal gland and to clear it. You will find and feel the inner strength within you. Keep inhaling and exhaling and breathing the light into your pineal gland. And take deep breaths in and out. I want to heal my pineal gland. I want to clear up my pineal gland so I can see clearly through my third eye. As I see clearly, I know what to do. And as I see clearly, I feel so much strength within me. I feel so much more courage, so much more confidence in myself. So as you keep inhaling and exhaling, lighting up your pineal gland, send it lots of love. Along with that, the eternal love code too will also help. If you put that in your pineal gland, it will also help with lots of love. And thank your body for helping you to learn self-healing, to have the courage to move through the steps, walk the path to self-heal yourself. So as we come to a close, inhaling and exhaling, come back to your body, come back to where you're sitting, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And thank you, everyone. Thank you for doing this meditation, because it will really, you will find that it will really help you to work with your pineal gland. I encourage you, because it strengthens your immune system. It promotes healthy bones. It'll regulate your endocrine functions. It'll regulate your circadian rhythm so that you can sleep well with your sleep cycles, have deeper sleep so you feel rested when you wake up. And it regulates seasonal rhythms, stress, physical performance, and mood. So it'll help with your stress level as well. So please continue to come and join us. We appreciate you joining us today, whether you're in the chat room with us now or whether you come in and dial in later. Have a wonderful holiday season. I will think we'll see you one more time before it's actually Christmas Day that we celebrate here in Hawaii. So till then, take care, happy healing, and we love you with all of our hearts.
Now that what we want to do is we want to add our voices to the healing segment of our service. And we're going to use the vowels. And now we ask Patty to come up and help us do our community healing.
Thank you, Karina, and the 5 breaths, your passion for the 5 breath healing meditation, and Joanne for your passion for the codes. I know it helped me tremendously. And this past week, the codes for the Timus code has been appearing in the bowl at night every 11:30 they come. So those people who have submitted healing requests, guess what it's doing for you? It's releasing those old lesson plans that you have completed, but in your mind you think you still own it. So we can, and for this month, ascend and just release their old pains of the past and old thought patterns and old habits that no longer serves you, but you are such in the habit of unconsciously creating your life. So here's a bowl. Send in your prayer requests and we'll put it in there. Or even if you don't have one right now, mentally send it to this bowl right now or throughout the rest of the service. So yeah, I'm thankful for this community of healers, my goddess sisters who's been, I know for sure, one thing for sure, that we cannot do this alone. We need a community like this with like-heart-minded, that we can get through this great shift in consciousness. We put it in our blueprint and we are here for each other. So we cannot get through it without a community like this that believes in healing through this great shift in consciousness. So round 1, I would like for Patrick to come aboard and sit on the chair, and Karina and Susana.
Thank you.
I have to comment on this with my sister here. Every Thanksgiving, she sends her sisters pictures of her and her husband with a beautiful lake behind them after Thanksgiving.
We always go to the same place for Thanksgiving, but we try to make it different.
But you know what? This year, boy, she glows.
Oh,
She glows.
must have been the turkey.
Yeah, right. And she gets younger looking every Thanksgiving.
I tell you, with Signature Cell Healing, I'm walking better. I feel stronger. Let me tell you, this
It's a
works.
miracle. It's a miracle,
It
right?
works. Yes.
Anyway, but also with me, people that I haven't seen for 30 years, they would come to me and say, wow, you look the same. You said to them, you mean I look the same from when I was in high school 30 years ago? Okay. I would go home and be flabbergasted. Then I would say, oh, it must be signature cell healing. So,
Be sure and say that.
the glow.
Yeah.
Okay, who are you sitting for?
I'm here for Kathy and Tim, who live in my part of Kailua and in Hawaii, on the island of Oahu. And Tim has just been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and it kind of came out of the blue, if you can believe that, for the whole family. They're devastated by this diagnosis. They didn't really expect his condition to be that severe. And so the prayers are for the whole family, especially for Tim's wife, Kathy. And we just pray that she feel our healing light as she goes through this time. He's just been given a short time, less than a couple of months. Well, they said 2 days to 2 months. So, I mean, how devastating is that, right? So please send your light to me, and I will send it on to the family because I know where they live, and they're just very, very sweet people, very, very kind people, and we want to support them through this healing journey.
Awesome. Wow. And make sure you put their names in the healing bowl
Right.
before you leave.
Will do.
Santa Claus?
Okay, I'm gonna do a healing for Gail, Jan, and Paul. She's recovering from total hip replacement and is in rehab and getting stronger.
Cool. And Gail was able to take a couple hours off from the hospital
Yeah.
setting and attend a family Thanksgiving dinner. So that's a miracle, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Good
that was
for-
wonderful.
So, and for Paul, give him a lot of love and light
Yeah,
for the
he says
strength.
he says it's not easy. He's got so much to do. He don't know whether he's coming or going.
Oh yes, so he needs that, and he's having to work through the aging process of being in the 70 decade. Susana?
Aloha. I am facilitating a healing for Melanie, who's in Lee Summit, Missouri. And she, this request was sent in by Lo Miller. Oops. Okay. Anyway, they're asking for prayers for her to heal from the diagnosis of triple negative inflammatory breast cancer. So I'm here to facilitate and send the healing energy that you sent to me to assist her cells in healing in the greatest of light from the chemotherapy treatment she will be receiving. And the goal is for her to heal completely, and in the process to learn more about self-love and self-healing.
Awesome. Okay. So thank you out there. If you're in the chat room or listening, please, I always love to say this. I'd love for you to participate and send your love over here to the beauty, which we call the Honolulu Church of Light. Please, I always like to say, get in touch with the greatest love you ever felt here on the third dimension. And there's many, but just choose one. The greatest love that you ever felt here during your journey here in the third dimension, and send that love. Feel that love inside you, and then send it to these people here. And we'll take it, and we'll bring it to oneness, and we'll send it to the people that had requested for healing. So thank you to those people that had submitted their healing requests for this Sunday service. We're reminding you that you are the Ascension of the Creator. So please share your love. Okay? Ready, Aldine? Santa Claus, send your truth, trust, and passion over to Gail and Paul. Corinna, send this awesome light to Kathy and Tim. Can you feel that light? It gives them, it supports them and loves them through it all. This magical light that will help them make their choices on the given situation that they're in right now. And Susana, send the light, collective light of our community healers, here and in the chat room and those listening to this broadcast. This oneness of the community that knows that everything can be healed in love. Everything.
Mama,
The prayer is freed, and will continue. The prayer will continue every 11:30 at night in the healing bowl, energized by Kahu Fred Sterling and its glorious particle lights, and that with Master Guide KIRAEL and the Goddess Weave. So, any shares?
Thank you so much for sending your light for Tim and Kathy and the family. What I see happening, or where the light is going, is a gathering of the family. So the family has come back together. Many of the some of the relatives are a bit far flung, but they're all coming back in to support Kathy and Tim in their journey now, and it's really a beautiful healing opportunity for so many people that that Tim's journey has created. So when we look at healing, I think Kahu Fred Sterling always said it best that, healing, everything can be healed in love, and what's coming together is the love for the healing. And healing sometimes means leaving the earth plane. But before that happens, lots of love will come together to help everybody that knows about that, including you. So thank you so much for sending your healing light.
So I understand that the water, the energy that flows between earth and the heavens is water. So I would like for you to send this energy of water, this prayer, this healing prayer that you just did for Kathy, and send it up to the heavens for Kathy and Tim. Wow, do you see the cycle? They're moving in the eights, moving up, coming down to earth, moving back up again. Wow. Amazing.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh, I get extra dose.
Where would you like it? Okay, that we shall stimulate the third eye, heighten this third eye. Ooh, already heightened. Now weave it with the other four senses. And then weave the 5 senses together to form this magical thread called the 6th sense. Oh,
Thank you.
right. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Santa Claus, anything to share?
Well, I sent some strong healings for Paul and Gail, and hope that she can get well rapidly and be able to get around a lot better and help Paul with all the stress that he's going through too.
Okay. Put your palms like this, hand like this. Okay, then I'm going to ask you to send the blessing.
I cannot straighten the one
Oh,
anymore.
like this?
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
You can't do this?
No, just
Oh.
like this.
His muscle
Okay.
is-
Okay. So this will benefit your muscle too. So I want you to send the prayer that you had just did, all the healing thoughts to Gail, for Gail and Paul, through this water and take it to the heavens. And see this, the energy of this water go up to the heavens and come down again, go up to the heavens and come to earth. Grabbing the prayer of your blessing, and up and comes down. Feel that? Can you see that? In a figure 8. Ooh, Santa Claus, you're powerful. Okay, so where would you like this water? In blessed water in your forehead? How about your muscles? Right? Oh!
Got the
see, you got
chirp.
muscles.
Got the gecko chirp.
Confirmation. Oh, you better tell. Said Gail,
Amazing grace.
Yeah,
the lizard sent her.
Gail's not here right now. Sending you light,
And you,
Gail.
Susanna?
Okay. Oh, Melanie, I immediately saw you in a garden with lush, soft green grass, and all your angels and guides were there, and Lo was standing in the background, just watching all of this. And I felt Reverend Carol's presence. Master Carol told us years ago that Reverend Carol's angel essence is here to assist people going through cancer experiences. And so with every breath that you take, you light up your cells, especially before you do the chemotherapy treatment, and surround yourself with this loving light, knowing that all your guides and angels are with you. And your body will take in what's necessary to heal the cancerous cells and release all that's not necessary. So with the guides and angels, we send you our love and blessings for you to feel your self-love.
Okay, put your hand like this. I want you to send the water element on behalf of Melanie to the heavens, the prayers energized by the heaven, and bring it down back to earth, and up again, and coming down. Take a deep breath. The prayer is for you. Where would you like this blessing on yourself? Where would you like this water on you, this water blessing on you? Okay. Her heart. Her heart. May this day be a completion for you. And may this day springboard you to a new reality of who you are. And so it is. Awesome. And you out there, the collective energy that came here. Oh, more Santa Claus. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for being the director.
Suzanne, you're really great. You just have to get her.
And I want to thank at this time, be thankful, this community of healers that graciously shared their their love with us, the greatest love they ever felt here on earth. They shared it with us, and we together wove it together in oneness and sent it to the people that had requested the healing. And so it is. Am I? Yes. Right. Okay, Santa Claus, who are you sitting in for?
I'm gonna send some prayers to Emmett from Indiana requesting a weight stabilization and good health.
Where? Where's he from?
Indiana. Oh,
India.
India, I'm sorry, India, yeah.
India. Yeah. So again, I'm sorry I didn't get that.
We're sending him prayers for requesting weight stabilization and good health.
What do you think he needs, Santa Claus, to stabilize his weight?
Gotta cut back on his eating, I think, maybe.
Cut back. I love eating though. Okay, Susanna.
Okay, this prayer request is from John D., and he's from the United Kingdom, UK, and he's requesting healings for healing and deliverance of ministry finance. And
Oh.
as I read this, I immediately saw a lot of guides and angels surrounding you and your ministry of healing.
Hey, we can relate to that, yeah? Here at the Honolulu Church of Light. And I will be sitting in for two people. They share the same last name, so I believe there are related family, their family. So one is for Syra, and they're both from Pakistan. Whoa, Pakistan, right? So our light is reaching all the way to Pakistan, India as well. So, I'm grateful for that. And the other one, besides Syra, is Arshad. Anyway, they're both are asking for, they're suffering from negative effects for a long time, and they both want to get rid of all the effects of witchcraft from their body, witchcraft. Now, I chose to sit in for them because in my life, this lifetime, I was immersed in this witchcraft thing. My mother believed that every time she had aches and pains, it was because her mother, her sisters-in-law or her neighbors were putting a curse on her. And so I was brought up in that situation. I don't think I ever I believed it, but I went along with her because she was my mom, and then she spent a lot of money. Every time I behaved wrong, she'd think I was cursed. So she would seek out all these so-called healers, and they would ask her, "Oh yeah, you got to do this. You got to give me money, and then I'll take the curse away." My dad was suffering from a muscular disease, and she thought also that he was cursed by someone that couldn't have him. So I'm sorry to laugh, but it is a serious thing because I saw it with my own eyes. Her whole life she believed in that someone, and she spent so much money, getting all the curses removed from her family, and it's just amazing. But I know now. It's funny that I met Kahu Fred Sterling. Glad he was in my blueprint. Because he taught me that only love Only love can make it all better. So that's why we're here. We're continuing the mission of Kahu and KIRAEL, who says, grow your love and heal. Heal the self, heal the world. So you know what? It was really hard for me to take out the old belief system because it was ingrained in me. So that witchcraft is yes, it is believable to some people, but I know now that I choose not to, because I choose love. So I will sit in for this two people from Pakistan who's wanting to get rid of the effect of witchcraft. So thank you. So those of you again from out there, from the internet land, please share the greatest love you ever felt. I'm sure there's so many instances. You can bring them all together in your mind and heart and weave it all as one and then send it to us. And we'll take it, and with our knowing that everything can be healed in love, and we'll send it to these people. So let's go, gang. Ready? With your tone, get to the deep of the cellular consciousness of life. Send that love, that memory of love, of the greatest love you ever felt in this lifetime. Mine was when I was on the top of Sedona, one of the mountaintops of Sedona in Arizona. I was able to meet the Master Jesus that I knew. And I cried and cried and cried because I finally found him, found that energy, which I couldn't find in the earth plane. And that turned my life around. Thanks to Master KIRAEL and Kahu, who guided me. And that filled a void in my heart. So you can do the same. Help us fill the void in the people's heart. That love is the answer. Santa Claus and Susanna, take this love, this community of love, this oneness, and take it to those people. Hold them in this love, in comfort, warm, comfort, fuzzy feeling, and let it seep into the cellular memory of who they are. Ooh, you're doing great. More, please. I want you, those of you in internet live, bring that memory of the greatest love that you ever felt here on the earth plane, and share it with us through the ethers. Oh, wow, that's so great. And look at who's joining us. Angels. And the goddesses from Lemuria. Can you guys feel it? Master Kahu, Master KIRAEL. Woo. Open your hearts and let this feeling in, this oneness, the community of healers sharing their love for these people. And I want to, oh gosh, this is great. So I want to share this feeling with all of you. And I send it out through the internet. And I want you to breathe it in, this collective consciousness of heart, of love, the kind of love that heals. And now I want you to take this in, breathe it in, and breathe it out again, and just see Mother Earth just surrounded and absorbing this light of love. for the planet and humanity. The prayer is freed and be continued every night at 11:30. We're here with the unseen forces of light. Of course, Kahu and KIRAEL is here, along with the God's light. We are a community of healers. We join with the unseen forces of light. We energize your prayers in this bowl. So again, if you have a prayer request, even just for saying, I want to really have a Merry Christmas and ascend my truth, trust, and passion to the new levels of awareness. So thank you for that. Santa Claus, any share?
Emmett, you're 45 years old, and we go through a lot of changes around that time of our life. And in order to stabilize your health and your weight, and I'm not saying you eat a lot, but if you do, we all love to eat, but you can't blame that all the time. But you have to probably start doing some exercising, maybe walking or something a little bit every day, and just work on it. Try to work on it every day, and it'll get better. Just give yourself the time, and we pray for that.
Awesome. Susanna?
For John D., I saw you surrounded with a lot of golden light, and the ground you were standing on was filled with golden light. It was kind of like the yellow brick road, the golden brick road. So stand in that path. And one phrase was Master KIRAEL said, your abundance is directly related to the amount of love you express and share. And then for you to remember to give yourself love. And when you start having this concern, to breathe. Just settle yourself, as what Joanne had mentioned in the meditation. So, and the other thing is be grateful for the unknown blessings that are on its way.
So, I love that saying by Master Guide KIRAEL. Money is a byproduct of the love that you express. During this time, it's not about having excess money. It's knowing what makes you comfortable in your life. And then everything that supports your goals in life, whether you want a mansion, if you want a car, that's okay too. But money is a byproduct. It's not the end result. And for John D., keep being of service to the people that's waiting for you, and the money will flow. So for here in the Honolulu Church, I'm grateful because we're still here. I mean, even 2 years after Kahu had left the earth plane. But you know what? We still have enough money to keep the door openings. But every month is as well is a struggle, to make sure that the internet paid and the phones are paid, so the electricity is paid and all of that. But so far so good. So thank you to those who donate every Sunday. So we're very, very grateful. And I know you are blessed hundredfolds for it. So Susanna, let's take this water and take it to John D. and take it to the heavens. The water element of Mother Earth. Take it. And you he should drink more water, I'm hearing. Yeah? Did you hear it? So Ahmed, this is for you, and Santa Claus will take it to the heavens and let the healing settle in your physical form. Thank you for that. And to you, my dear, that wants to heal the effects of the witchcraft, I know you can do it because I did it. I did it because of love. And because of the mission that Kahu and KIRAEL came here to do. And they're still active. Kahu just doesn't have a physical form. But you know what? You can feel him. You can feel his aura just surrounding you, and holding you tight and say, you can do it. Okay, so thank you for that. Amen. Oh, yeah, please. Yeah. Oh, I can do it. We're going to put your prayer request in the healing bowl. What? Okay? Yep. And for you out there in the chat room or those listening, if you have a prayer request, put it, especially now, it's Christmas season. 'Tis the season. So I think open up your heart to be, I know a lot of us are receivers. Are givers. So let's open our hearts to take in as well, to receive as much as we give. So again, feel the greatest love you ever felt here on the earth plane. And send it to this healing bowl. Whoa, Kahu and KIRAEL is already here. Can you feel them? And let it weave with your energy of love. And you see it growing, this energy of love. Can you guys feel it? It's expanding, going past this little church. And it's going around the world, touching each human being. Everybody take a deep breath. Feel the energy of the healing bowl. It loves. It is alive. And this white satin, who's part of the crystal core of Mother Earth, holds the consciousness that everything can be healed in love. And we know that we create, in this space, we create a magical space for prayers to be answered and miracles to occur. Every night we energize this. And we only have to open up our hearts to recognize it, that miracles are is happening in our lives every day. And so it is. Master KIRAEL, Master Kahu, to the goddess lights. God creator, the Christ consciousness of peace, and the goddess weave of life. Please feel gratitude for this opportunity to share this love. And so it is. Anything to share?
Yeah. I feel honored and blessed to help bless this bowl with all people who need healing. And I've come to realize that the Christ consciousness did not come and transform him into a human being to represent, to be able to, for people to know that he was also a human, but he came to spread peace and love and healing. That was his power, and he allowed people to realize that they also have this power to heal themselves and to heal other people. So I feel very honored.
Thank you.
Prayers that we put into this book are very strong. And the prayers that Kahu puts into this book is very strong, and all the powers and strength and everything that you do every night goes in this bowl. So this bowl is just wow. A lot of prayers, and we can't help but continue to heal people. And Kahu wants to wish all of us and love all of us and wishes us a good first of December. And he says thank you for the prayer, Santa.
Awesome. Thank you. Wow. Ooh, chicken skin.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep. Thank you.
The next healing service is December 15th. That's 10 days before the Christmas season. But you know what? We don't have to wait for Christmas Day to give out our love, you know? So give it out every day. And every 11:30, come here and energize your prayer requests. And we are, I don't miss every night, 11:30. So what a gift. And I put my name in here too. And you know what? There is magic happening in my life. Miracles happening. Many. So I'd like for you to do the same thing. Okay, so Susanna?
We expressed our love and gratitude for everyone who had joined us today to assist in creating the ascension of awakening every cell of our bodies. Because in this awakening, we continue to ascend, to do more of our creative force light, to create whatever we want. And for me, it's compassion and joy. And so you answer the question, I'm here to create. So in the creation, part of our creation is about creating love and abundance. And by doing so, we create the financial abundance. So we thank you for all those who have donated online and who have shared with us part of your own financial abundance, because together we are here to expand the consciousness of love and abundance. So I pass this on. So mahalo. Thank you once again for sharing your financial abundance with us so we are allowed to continue our mission of healing the self and healing the world. So mahalo, mahalo.
And now what we would like to do is we'd like to bless the beauty and to bless ourselves. E o umai kia i mai kapo mai e nana ia mai ka leo kako. Mai luna a lala mai kahikihi a kahikihi mai kahikina ke komohana. Mai kaukai kai mai loko a vau. Kia I ia malama ia e pale aku I nā ho'opili ki ana. I ko kako no hona. Everyone together. Amawanoa. Our prayer is freed. Now sit back and listen to Master KIRAEL as he tells you about passion.
Just close your eyes and let yourself drift into the beautiful relaxation of a short meditation. For you'd ask me, Master KIRAEL, why do we always end on a meditation? For I would love nothing more than before you go back to the beginning of this recording and try to hear it once more in a newer and brighter light, that you understand the level that you've understood so far. That being said, imagine if you would, standing at the very bottom of this huge mountain. Imagine if you would, no matter your physical presence, imagine yourself ready to climb that mountain. You got spikes in your shoes, and you got the right kind of gloves, and you got helpers, and you got ropes and things like that. And now you got to climb the mountain. Imagine, if you would, as you're standing there looking on the high of this mountain, that all of a sudden you begin to float just gently an inch off of the ground. And then you begin to rise. And as you begin to rise, you see the mountain passing before your eyes. And all of a sudden, you find yourself atop the snow peak part of this mountain. You feel no cold, just the beautiful sunshine and the most clear, crisp air you've ever breathed. And as you settle down at the very peak of this mountain, at the very top, and you begin to express to yourself what a magical journey life is. How did you get to this mountaintop without hardly even trying? And you start to understand that it was passion that lifted you from the space where you were and brought you to where you are this moment. So as you begin to feel the great awareness of success, look before you, my friend, and see a mountain twice the size of the one you're standing on. And as opposed to thinking all the horrible thoughts like, oh my God, another mountain, think of the beautiful Creator who created it for you to be able to make the journey. And imagine with me, if you would, on top of that next mountain is that one thing that you've strived for all of this life. Whether it be the perfect relationship with a perfect person, whether it be the money you've searched for, but knowing that it's on top of that next mountain. And then let yourself realize the beauty of the mountain you've climbed and the knowing the next one before you. And as you simply relax, you begin to see everything that you desire is already on the mountain in front of you. Simply relax, relax, relax.
Let's all take a deep breath in unison. with love and gratitude in our hearts, and open ourselves up to receiving all the blessings this Christmas season. Remember, you are the Ascension of the Creator. And I pray on behalf of the Honolulu Church of Light, the beauty and the community of goddesses that's here for you, always at 11:30 as well, not only Sundays. I pray that you can liberate yourself from the pains of the past, old thought patterns and old habits that no longer serves you at this time through the great shift, and prepare for what's to come. Prepare for what's to come. So, again, Ascension. You are the Ascension of the Creator. So thank you for joining us, and may you recognize that this season of joy, and you see it in the eyes with those before you. We can't do it without a community of healers, with like-minded, like-hearted people that knows that everything can be healed in love. And so it is. Let us together heal the self, and we heal the world. I love you on behalf of what the beauty represents. Ah, Mama,